Week 2 of PPL is here, and we did take a pretty hard loss on week 1, but we're back and we're here to win the next one. Though I gotta say, we're going against a pretty tough coach here in General Tar Heel, which I highly recommend. As you guys know, he is part of the Playmore, and if you couldn't tell, this video is kind of a homage to Playmore. And I just broke the fourth wall, but let's get right into it. As you can see, our coach is getting ready over there, and it's looking pretty tough. No way, do my eyes deceive me? Is that a Bobby? I don't know about bringing Bobby this early into the conversation. It could be a bad omen, but looks like she's very ready. She might be a little too ready. I hope that she can win this game. Now, as you guys know, Palafin is like the arch nemesis of our coach here, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's actually only beat Palafin once out of like 6 times that we've gone against it, and it's just a really rough Pokemon into us, and hopefully we can beat it for once, but it's very scary. It's definitely one of those months of all time, but we have a water absorb Araquanid and it didn't come. Like, we're water bubble. I mean, I don't know what's up with that. Feels like we're just asking to lose, honestly. I'm just not the biggest fan of this team, like this build that we brought. This strategy is a little T-word. I mean, she's being kind of T-word about it, you know what I mean? So just to make sure, when you say T-word, you mean toxic, like T-spikes. That I'm assuming that's what you mean. Oh, yeah, absolutely. T-spikes, you know, it's a toxic strategy. You could even say is S-word, you know, stall. Yeah, but I mean, if we're going against Palafin, we have to use everything that we can. We have to do whatever it takes to beat that stupid dolphin. So I think being a little T-word, it's not too bad. The thing is, Hydreigon, I'll be honest, I think our coach here was kind of tunnel visioning into a Terra Steel set with Nasty Blood. This is Terra Dragon, and by the looks of it, the only thing in this team that wants to take a Draco meter from Terra Dragon is Clefable and nothing else. So I do like that play because it makes sense that a U-turn is very obvious, right? But what if they Draco? What if a Draco meter comes in here? I would have stayed, I would have killed something. It's the most obvious U-turn ever. I mean, I saw that U-turn before the game started. That's how obvious it was. Yeah, and we see now that the Palafin, the arch nemesis, is back here. And I hope she knows, I hope our coach knows that even Baby Palafin can knock this out with close combat if it's choice band. And you definitely don't want to be that person that dies to Baby Palafin, especially on an upload required league, because everyone's gonna see that. So yes, please switch out, go Araquanid, don't die to Baby Palafin. And that seems to be choice band damage, if I'm not mistaken. If we died to Baby Palafin there, I was just not gonna come back to this podcast. Now, I do like this play. Looks like she's going to predict something here with a Bug Buzz. She got it right. Can you believe that? I cannot believe my eyes. She actually got it right. And she decided to shout out the agency. Now, I like the prediction, but I don't know if that's an agency play considering how little that did. That's not agency damage. Well, the agency provides, and it's providing with Bug Buzz. Right. So I think it's an agency play, but it's just not agency damage. I mean, when I think agency play, I mean like watch this play and something just dies for no reason, right? Or something along those lines, or like Fishus Rend damage. But that was just no damage there, in my opinion. Yeah, like sacking the Fisherman so that Aaron Valiant can come in free. Yeah, we know. So our coach is just gonna go for more damage, if you wanna call that damage. I don't know if 20% is damage. I wouldn't call that agency. But you know what? We're weakening this. It's not so bad. We did take a Leech Seed, which is not amazing, but we can pick it up from here. So we see Hawlucha coming here, and that's Small Breaker. So it's not Unburden. And I mean, I've used Hawlucha without Unburden. The coach has used Hawlucha without Unburden before. It's a real mon, of course, but here with Rillaboom, you will expect it to be Unburden Grassy Seed. So this means that it's probably something along the lines of like Defog, or it could be Scarf Hawlucha. You never know. It actually has decent moves now that it can use with Scarf, like Close Combat and Brave Bird, which it didn't have for a while, actually, for a very long time. Scarf Hawlucha is not real. And there it is, the toxic strategy. DRAGALGE is gonna go for the toxic spice here. We're setting up for the Blaziken and the Palafin to be poisoned. It's very important for this game to actually have a chance of happening, you know, as a win to us, because that Palafin, that Blaziken, those are very scary Pokemon. That being said, the Goldengo's gonna come in here. We have one of the best counters or switchings checks in the game in the Samura. We see a Make It Rain. Honestly, I don't know if that's offensive or not. I feel like it should do less, but Goldengo is an insanely good Pokemon that even the bulky sets do a lot. And even the offensive sets, sometimes they take on hits that they shouldn't be taking. And it's Goldengo, it's amazing. Yes, I definitely like a knockoff here because we get an item for free on anything. And Samurott honestly matches up pretty well here. We see a Hawlucha coming here. We do want the item off of this, which normally we wouldn't want that. But seeing that his Mold Breaker is fine, and we see a Rocky Helmet. Yes, totally a defensive Hawlucha. That makes so much sense now. Hawlucha? Hawluchis, bro. Clefable comes in on a defog. Now this is especially bad because we are really counting on the T-Spikes here to actually do something to the Palafin, to the Blaziken, all of those mons that we have such a hard time dealing with, and now they're gone. Is that a prediction? I think she's trying to get some flamethrower damage on Goldengo, probably for the Oxys later on, which is actually pretty strong into this team, and she cannot believe it. Is that AV damage? It must be, because if I'm not mistaken, that should do like a lot more, even if it's bulky. Now I don't know about this play. I think we went Samurott before. This was kind of obvious. I understand that Goldengo doesn't have the best switchings, but I saw that T-Bolt from a mile away. It was gonna click T-Bolt 100%. And now we don't have Samurott, which was a very important piece here. Fucking average play, dude. This guy's washed. Now this play I understand. From this position, going for game, it's a little too early, but at the same time, we're kind of behind. We need to start doing something, because we are getting a little lost here in the game. Or coach is really going for this, going for the bulk up, and hopefully we can go from there. I do have a funny feeling about this Hawlucha though, and I hope that our coach doesn't fall for it. I don't know what kind of cheese this Hawlucha is, but it's definitely like Anchor, Taunt. You can expect all of that on it. I mean, come on. Mold Breaker, bulky Rocky Helmet, what are we doing? Okay, yeah, she's gonna go DOS on the Anchor, and because of pressure, that's actually, what, 6 Anchors? That's pretty good. That means that Annihilate could actually beat this later on. Also, shoutouts to the agency shirt once again. That's kind of like an old relic. I wonder how old that is. That's original agency. That's like an antique at this point. It's from like 2019 or 2020, right? Might even be before. I'm not actually too sure. I wonder why she's not wearing it. Well, who would have known that eating burgers actually helps? She looks a little pumped up. You think she's going for a game now with this instead? AV Goldengo means that it can't recover, so maybe she's going for that. I am a little worried about how much damage this can do though. Looks like she's going for a second one. She looks very into that second one and she's gonna get it. That's pretty good damage, I'm not gonna lie. That's +2. I don't know if we can recover on this. I mean, Shadow Ball can do the thing, and we don't want to see that thing happening. I think a third one is coming actually though. I wonder how much this does. There it is. I mean, we all saw this happening, right? We knew this was gonna happen. I feel like another one would have killed, but still she should have maybe gone for the Dark Pulse, because you can get a chance to flinch. Well, maybe we can get some hacks finally. Alright, I think Deoxys is a phenomenal mon, one that has put in a lot of work here in the channel, but we don't get the flinch, and that's really rough, and Goldengo's gonna be able to just kill us. I actually think that Deoxys could have won. It's actually faster than everything. We did need the Grassy Seed for the Jet Punch to actually not do that much, but it was just bad positioning. I think we needed the T-spikes. We definitely needed more damage on Goldango. Dude, that set is fucking ass. Why are we not like nasty play? That probably kill. Or is he bulky, max HP? Like, what's the point of max HP? It's still to hit KO'd, and you just went for like quadruple Calm Mind, like you're gonna beat it. Dude, what's going on? Hydreigon is back, and here is what I'm scared of. Annihilate being set up here is obviously very good, but at the same time, this is always going to be faster. This is always going to threaten with a KO. I mean, this is Terra Dragon, which is not something that our coach here prepared for. Draco Meter obviously hurts, but Terra Dragon, that's not even hurting. That's just sending you home, sending you to the hospital damage. So no, we cannot stay here. And we're gonna go Clefable. Did we just sack 2 Wincons in 2 turns? That gotta be our new record, honestly. I mean, dude, it's a wrap. Like, what are we doing? Why are we here? We see a Moonblast coming in here. I like that. We don't need to throw Wish just yet. I really hope that this dies though. I have a funny feeling that it doesn't. Because it seemed to be bulky. With Leech Seed, it doesn't kill. And this sucks because a Wood Hammer will actually hurt Clefable a lot. And we need this very healthy for Blaziken, Hydreigon, Hawlucha, and a lot of mons like that. Yeah, that's why I like this switching here into Dragalge, because we're still Shuka Berry. We kinda need HP on Dragalge, but this shouldn't do a whole lot. We unfortunately see a U-turn though, and now that's not cool. That's not amazing. We actually see Palafin, the disrespect. So is this Zen Headbutt? We know that it's banded. We can actually take on Zen Headbutt, just one. All this game's over because this is in and we don't have a switch. Is it worth it though? GG. Going into Araquanid, the counter makes a lot of sense. That way we can get some more Rocky Helmet. And we actually see a Body Slam. Bulky Hawlucha, AV Goldango, and Body Slam Palafin. What kind of cheese is this, dude? What's going on? Now, that's unfortunate. I think a Reflect here would have been quite helpful. I don't know if it's like game changing, especially like considering our positioning here, but I just know that this thing currently kills everything in the team one hit KO. So this sucks. The Reflex sucks. I'm just glad it's not a 6-0. Yeah, I think it makes sense to just sack this. It just doesn't... The Reflex could have helped, but now it's a helmet bot. And this is the moment that we need the helmet on anyway, right? So, it's whatever. I wonder what happens here though. Dragalge is back going for T-Spike, so we're gonna get a little T-word over here. And I think I actually agree with this because I don't see any other way for this game going. We can't win offensively, we have to play passive. I don't know, why did she Draco Mirror? Do you know? Like, am I missing something? It's just, it seems a little... Doesn't Sludge Bomb just hit everyone? Goldango's there, right? It does hit everyone. What you're missing is that this coach sucks, and sometimes the most obvious play is just gonna go right over her head. Whatever. Why is it Body Slam? Can we like actually be for real? Why the fuck is it Body Slam? This thing has Zen Headbutt, Ice Punch, Throat Chop. This guy chose Body Slam. A lot of respect for General Tar Heel, you know, veteran of Draft League. I love him on Playmore, I love him on General Tar Heel. But Body Slam, what is that hitting? You know what I mean? We were very like scared of Zen Headbutt, scared of things like that, and then Body Slam, like, might as well not even Terra the Annihilate at that point, because this is kind of annoying. She's gotta be throwing for content. I mean, I'm coping, but she's gotta be throwing for content. I don't get it. And we see Sanji coming here with the kicks. Now certainly, if General Tar Heel was actually committing, if he was a true fan of One Piece, this Sanji shouldn't be able to hit Clefable. If I see a move coming here, General Tar Heel should be disqualified because that's Sanji. I need some tacos. I'm hungry as hell. Now that did a lot, and it knocks itself out. So I think we came out okay from this because we can just protect on the next Mon coming in here. Dude, yeah, we lose. Protect. Just give up. I don't see what else will work here. Obviously, you don't want to take a flash cannon, though I find it weird that a flash cannon would come in here. Oh, look, it was for a double. He was making sure that we protected. Okay, that's a pretty fair play. Because now how... I mean, I feel like it's the same though. Yeah, it makes sense. But also, what if Clefable gets anchored? That would be a little tough. But with how good Tar Heel is, it kind of makes sense that he will just Brave Bird. We also don't have a flying resist, I feel like, so... Dude, why you glaze so much? Whatever. I guess a wish into Annihilate could finally be happening here. Yes, we are healing Annihilate, which is pretty nice. On the Anchor. I guess we just spam Rage Fist until we die. We haven't lost yet. This is a tough spot. Like, as long as Clefable is around, the Draco meter is tough to click, right? But also, it does kill the Annihilate. It just demolish Annihilate, right? Ooh, so we're gonna get a double switch here into Hydreigon. Technically this is good, right? I don't know. Who do we play next week? It's hard. Palafin's still back there, right? Ooh, wish into Flash Cannon, and that's Specs. It's not even Scarf, it's just Specs. And he did so much damage. That's actually crazy. At this point, he has to choke, honestly. Healing Annihilate? Is she really just going for the Draco miss endgame? I mean, that's valid at this point. That is so strong. That's so strong. Palafin was 15 points, by the way. Just want to put that there. So I guess, seeing Body Slam, I just didn't think of close combat. Even though, like, it used it earlier in the battle. But that did so much. It's not even super effective. How much was that? Like, 90%? It just doesn't make any sense. And I think the game is sealed now. I don't see any out. Like, Dark Pulse, I mean, maybe he chokes. I think that's why she's going into Clefable. But yeah, everything's in range of Dark Pulse, I'm pretty sure. We would have gotten Flinch anyway, right? If we weren't. If only we were Shuka. I mean, not Shuka, Costa. That wouldn't help anyway. For our Lucha. Make sure to check out General Tar Heel and Playmore. We're really huge fans of them. And that's gonna do it. That's a rough one. And Palafin remains undefeated on our end. Very sad, but sometimes that's how games work. I think our prep here could have been way better. I think going passive into Palafin was a choice, and this team didn't have the best tools into it. And also, I think there was, like, either way, what we brought, I think we could have won. Positioning was not there.